HBO's hit TV series The Last of Us is a fascinating look into essentially a post-apocalyptic world where a virus turns humans who contract it into monsters and looks at the last of the surviving members. I love the show. I actually also like the video game. There are a number of really great economics lessons in the show as well. We're going to put together some clips that have been spliced, about 90 seconds from episode 3 of The Last of Us. Going to show those now. Going to come back and talk about the economic lessons we learn right after that.
That was fast. If mine brought strangers into our situation, I wouldn't be happy either. But of all the people he could have found on the radio, we're actually decent people just trying to get by.
Oh. Well, aren't I the lucky one?
There's stuff we have in the QZ that you don't have here. Books, medicine, machine parts. We can help each other and get that gun out of my face.
Oh!
I traded Joel and Tess one of your guns for a packet of seeds.
Which gun?
A little one.
Did you take your pills?
Oh, no.
One orangey. A little whitey. Big roundy.
The show gives amazing insights into the gains from trade, one of the key tenets that you learn in the principles of economics. So Bill, played by Nick Offerman's character, hid behind. He was a survivalist. He hid behind when there was a mandatory evacuation, and he had the whole town to himself. And you see in the beginning, he's going through stores and collecting everything he needs to survive. He has a self-sustaining system. He ends up meeting Frank. Frank joins him. They're partners. And they survive on their own in a self-sustaining world. They have generators. They have fuel. They are growing what they need to grow. And they're doing well. And yet, somebody who is as rich as Bill is, and trust me, in this time, right, Bill is probably one of the richest people in the world with what Bill has going for him here. There's still opportunities to gain from trade, and I love the way it's set out there. Despite every single thing that Bill has, right, he doesn't have the top fencing equipment, and he doesn't have the medicine that he needs. So Joel comes over and explains, look, I can get you something that's going to be set up then for the rest of your life. We can get you the medicine you need. And as we move on, then we see a great clip where he trades a gun, and one of his smaller guns. Earlier, you see he had a wall full of guns to get seeds to grow strawberries. And that's a trade where many times you would think, is that a fair trade? Well, for both of them, of course, it was an incredibly fair trade. Seeds then were probably pretty rare. We got seeds to grow strawberries, a delicious luxury. Had to exchange a gun. Giving up the gun was an easier sacrifice for Bill and Frank. Giving up the seeds to get a gun was a good deal for whoever they traded that with. And therefore, with that exchange, both parties are better off. And that's the key economic lesson. Greg Mankiw writes the best-selling Principles of Economics textbook, as one of the 10 principles: trade can make everyone better off. It's exactly what we see in this episode, and it's exactly what we can see across individuals. As long as a trade is voluntary, people are not engaging in a trade if it makes them worse off. And we can use the idea of trade loosely. This could be accepting a job or offering a job. If you are offered a certain wage to work, the person who's offering it thinks they're better off hiring you and paying you that wage. You're better off by accepting that wage than doing anything else with your time. It's a gain from trade. Countries gain from trade by being able to specialize in the areas where they have a comparative advantage. If every country had to do everything on their own, the world would be a poorer place. If instead countries that are good with, say, low-wage labor and producing products can focus on that, and other countries can focus on more specialized labor areas, both countries can be better off by then trading. Low-wage countries, actually, the demand for low-wage workers goes up and makes them wealthier in the process. We've seen that in low-wage countries where incomes have risen dramatically over, say, the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years. High-wage countries can buy products cheaper, and then inflation-adjusted incomes within high-wage countries also can go up. Or firms that use products from countries that are using low-wage labor buy the products cheaper, therefore make higher profits, and pass some of those profits along to workers, some to shareholders. GDP goes up. All of these things, right, lead to everybody being better off. One of the key principles in economics is that there can be enormous gains from trading. Restricting trading generally makes people worse off. And The Last of Us does a brilliant job showcasing this in episode 3. My name's Matt Rosu. I make economics content, trying to make it fun and accessible, often using pop culture references. If you like this sort of content, please click like and subscribe. It will help me out, and you'll get notified when I make new videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.